And hi everyone, we are live. Let me just get rid of that for the moment, go straight to me. Yes, I still haven't quite figured this streaming thing out yet and made a few mistakes in the countdown, but I will get there eventually. That's why we are doing these practice runs. So welcome to live stream testing number 4. And let's get into it. I will not be doing any guest invites just yet. Maybe try that tomorrow. But I'm going to be doing some screen sharing and some testing of sharing stories on IAG. So I've got 8 stories today that I want to do some commentary on. Here we go. There we go. We'll get there eventually. And this is the story that was published on Friday last week, Friday morning. Really, the action was from Monday. If we have a look down here, the previous Monday, the 7th of July, where Padcore held a meeting with the operators about advertising. And they issued this order. The result of that meeting was issuing this order on 7th of July and saying that there would be a deadline of the 15th of August to get rid of, here it is, 15th of August, to get rid of the out-of-home ads. So that's billboards, ads in bus stops, that kind of thing. And it was signed by Jeremy Luglug, the head of electronic gaming, and Vina Oka. Vina's been to many of our events. Jeremy I met last year. He's head of electronic gaming. And Chairman Tinko basically has welcomed these gambling restrictions, gambling advertising restrictions, I should say, as a common sense approach, but does not agree with calls to ban online gaming altogether, obviously. That's that story there. And I'll have more to say about that in a moment. Let's move on to this one that we published on Saturday. MGTO says handover of the 13 hotel to new owner is underway. Renovations plans being reviewed. Well, it's interesting. We reported, I think it was last month, that the 13 was sold to family members of Loy Keung Kwong, who runs the Rio. Final selling price 600 million Hong Kong, which is really almost nothing. That's about 77 million US. 75% discount to the initial asking price of 306 million US. In itself, about a 75% discount, or even more actually, to the reported 1.4 billion US it cost to build. So this has really been a failure, this property, the 13. But it's been sold, and hopefully we can move on, put some hotel rooms in there as a hotel only property, no gaming, of course. Originally it was envisaged to have gaming, but that is not going to happen. All right, let's move on. So this one here, we also published on Saturday morning. Air Macau suffers more losses, looking for 300 million US capital injection from shareholders. Now, Air Macau is the only Macau airline with a Macau-based airline with an operating license here. They've got 21.5% shareholder is the Macau government and 67% Air China. And they did receive $223 million US from their shareholders in 2021, but the losses kept mounting through the pandemic and beyond. So losses in 2021 were 95 million US, 2022 128 million US. And you kind of expect those with the pandemic, but Macau famously reopened to the world on the 8th of January 2023 and got pretty busy pretty quickly. But yet the loss in 2023, there still was a loss of 30 million. And most worrying of all, a loss in 2024 of 84 million. They're heading in the wrong direction. So in those last 4 calendar years, what have they lost there? About 125, 253, 340 odd, looks like 336, something like that, million US dollars, which is a lot of money. So they're looking for 300 million from their shareholders. So Air Macau, and the most important thing is to note that in February, down the bottom here, in February 2026, there's going to be liberalisation of the air market. So maybe we'll see some other airlines come into Macau. Who knows? Competition is always good. All right, well, let's move on to this next story, which was just simply the release of our Macau After Dark video, MAD 30. Yes, believe it or not, we've had 30 MADs. It's quite incredible. And let's run a little bit of this highlights video here. Nice shot of Vasco Bar there, MAD 30. Let's do a little more.
Macau, and it's a great way for us to connect after
Rutger there.
work.
And who else have we got?
I think MAD is a very cool event that brings a lot of industry people in, that we can connect with new people.
Yes, Macau After Dark. Go check out the video. And let's move on to today. So this morning, 5 a.m., Ben posted this one. Newport Arcata Solaire all issued a joint statement defending the integrity of their online gaming operations. They did this over the weekend. There's an old shot of Entertainment City. Yeah, and this is following on from the issues at the moment in the Philippines, because, of course, we had the Pogo ban from January 1, and now there's a lot of pressure on in the Philippines. You can see here, if I highlighted this paragraph, one Senator, Juan Miguel Zubiri, has gone a step further by filing a bill seeking an outright ban. So there are a number of people in the Philippines looking for an outright ban of PIGO, of inland gaming, and that would not be good. That would be an outright prohibition, and that we know does not lead to good outcomes. It leads to pushing all these things underground. So hopefully wiser heads will prevail, and the advertising ban will make the online gaming a little bit less public, a little bit less in your face, especially to underage people and things like that. We also published today this one. Sri Lankan think tank questions independence and integrity of the gaming regulator. Now, of course, this is all about the fact that City of Dreams Sri Lanka is opening next month. And we have here this gentleman, Sudaraka Ariyaratne, I should say, a research consultant at this Advocata Institute, saying that, look, it's good to have a proper regulator, but the proper regulator, the way it's set up at the moment, seems to be just really an extension of the Ministry of Finance. See down here, risk being a proxy for the nation's finance minister. And in fact, of course, it's good to have an independent regulator. So they're complaining about the fact that the regulator that's been set up is not independent enough. Another one from today, from this afternoon. Oh, it's good old PH Resorts again. I took this photo when I snuck into PH Resorts to take a picture. We didn't sneak in, it was just there. But yeah, this is in Cebu, of course. I think we've got to start calling this a failed development. I mean, Emerald Bay developer PH Resorts Group looking to solve negative equity issue by issuing common stock. That's not going to solve anything. Well, it will solve one thing. It'll solve their negative equity issue. But apparently what's been happening is their parent company, Udena Corporation, has been kicking money in while there's been no developments here at the Emerald Bay. And that's been going in as a liability, so they want to convert that to stock. But as Ben says down here, even if they do go to a positive equity position by issuing more stock, it doesn't solve the pressing issue of the stalled development, and reports that the company's lender is planning to sell the property. Yeah, this has been stalled for a long time. It's way past numerous deadlines. A number of companies have looked at it. Solaire looked at it at one stage. I think even Akata looked at it at one stage. Did Newport look at it at one stage? I think they may have. I think a local company in Cebu looked at it at one stage. And I mean, when they all get to due diligence, they all reject it. So as you can see, all they've got built so far is a bit of a shell, and that's been sitting there like that for a long time. So I think New Star down at Cebu is going to be looking pretty good for a while with a monopoly. Now on to this one. Just a quickie, a bit of a plug. IAG offering special hotel room rates at Newport World Resorts for attendees of the Expo. Of course, the IAG Expo on September 8 to 10 this year. Less than 2 months away now. And get yourself a room there using special rates at Newport. And you can click on this link in the story, which we just uploaded a few hours ago, and it will take you to the IAG Academy page with these details here I'm showing you of the hotels you can stay at. You can stay at Hotel Akura, you can stay at Hilton Manila, you can stay at Manila Marriott Hotel, Sheraton, and even the Holiday Inn. Very good. And what else do we have here? Last one. Yes, just this afternoon, this evening, actually, we posted this. Akata Manila's gaming revenues down a further 9% quarter on quarter sequentially to just 125 million in the second quarter. So the run rate there for gaming revenue is just now 500 million US a year for revenue. We just posted this a few hours ago. The TRLEI figures have come out for Q2, and they're not good. You'll see here Q2 results, actually not that number. Here we go. Reporting a 19.6% year-on-year fall in gross gaming revenues to 125 million, which was 9% lower than last quarter. It's mainly table gamers, around 21-22%. But it's also slots down 6%, non-gaming revenue down 7 point, not that that really matters too much, 7.5%, 2.4% decline in property visitation. So visitation is down and spend per customer is down. But look at this, adjusted EBITDA in Q2 down a whopping 46% to just 20 million. Now that's adjusted EBITDA. So by the time you get down to real EBITDA and then you get down to net profit, well, I don't know what those numbers are for Okada, but gee, it could be a loss. So it's not looking good at all. I mean, casinos aren't meant to lose money. So, it's, yeah, I have to say last time I was in Okada walking around, checking the place out, it was not looking good, very run down, not much maintenance being done, very empty. Now, of course, Okada has suffered from the malaise that has suffered all of the Philippines properties for VIP. So revenue's down a bit, but I think Okada has certainly suffered more than Solaire or Newport. And in fact, Newport's doing very, very well. I did hear that last month they were number one, even more than Solaire. So that is pretty interesting. All right. Well, this brings to a conclusion the test stream. Sorry about the voice. I've been talking too much as usual. It's really playing up a bit lately, my voice. And sorry about a few technical mistakes, but that's why we're doing tests and practicing. So that's it for now. And we'll see you for test stream 5, likely tomorrow. All right. And hopefully we're launching, if I can iron out all the bugs, hopefully we're launching on Friday this week, which is the 15, 16, 17, 18th of July. All right. Bye from Iag Live. See you next time. Ciao.